You're taking the absolute piss out of this great sport.
Yo, 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 what's poppin'? All my peeps. It is I, your host with the most Renaissance man who always thinks he can, and your champion of the peeps, Patty Pitts, back once again in the yard streams for another edition of the Raw Rewind, presented to you by Pitts and Sara's Wrestling Show, where we take no nights off. And it's not just me, Patty P, here in the yard streams. I am joined, as always, by the best of the West you can't forget about, Sara Marshall. What's poppin', girl?
Hey, yo.
Hello.
Hey there. How you doing? How you feeling? It's been a minute.
Yeah, I'm doing
Been
okay.
quite a minute.
Yeah. I'm wearing my sunglasses for those who don't know because I had eye surgery last week and I don't want you guys to see my bloody eyeball.
I wear my sunglasses at night.
Yeah.
That
So,
song bangs. That slaps.
Oh yeah, Matrix baddie right here.
It is giving Matrix. I will give you that. It is giving Matrix.
Nathaniel, I am not dressed like The Rock. How dare you? How very dare you?
If you do the little that and then the people's eyebrow.
No.
My brother used to do that all the time. The people's eyebrow to me. We used like, because he was the one who gave me the Rock not DVD, VHS. Because it was 2000.
Yeah, I can't do the one eyebrow thing, so
I can't. I could never do it.
Yeah, I don't have to wear these necessarily all day long, by the way. I just didn't
you
want
wear
you
them when you're looking at a screen though, right?
No, I'm not. No. I need to get like blue light glasses.
You
probably.
do 100%.
Yeah, no, I'm just it's just because the camera is right on my right eye and I don't want you guys to just stare at a bloody eyeball for an hour. So this is for you.
Yeah, would have looked like you were in the women's war games, not war games, blood and guts match.
And my eye looks way better today than it did last Monday, let me tell you that. Like, I knew that it was gonna be bloody because, like, obviously you're having eye surgery, so like it's gonna be bloody, right? But like when I saw people's pictures, like you could still see some white, there were some white spots. No, my whole fucking eye was bright red, like not the blue, the colored whatever.
Yeah.
But like everything else, it was like I straight up had like a Halloween creepy crawly eye in my head. It was kind of freaky.
That's such an
yeah, but it's a lot better today, so I'm here.
Sorry, I'm happy to hear that. It's better today. Because things are looking up. Whatever. Anyways, we got you coming back on the show here. I went live last week for the Raw Rewind, but work, real life gets in the way of things, per usual. So we did take that rest on Thursday, caught up on the wrestling that we had missed out on, got hyped for War Games by rewatching some stuff, which I don't know about you, but
I'm not. I have like no excitement whatsoever over.
I just like the War Games match. Period. I think the match is cool.
Yeah.
Like I think after last night, I'm more excited because of the stars that are in it.
I'm less excited because of what happened.
Crazy. That's like.
I'm sorry, but I do not. It's 2025. The year is 2025, and I still do not give a single fuck about Brock Lesnar or Roman Reigns returning for the 17th time. Like I don't care.
I'm interested and fast. I want to see Brock Lesnar in WWE under Triple H creative. Just like that's where I want.
I mean,
so we're putting him in a War Games match. How crazy
it is crazy.
Go?
That is crazy.
Did you ever think we'd see Brock Lesnar in a War Games match?
No.
Like that's what I mean.
I mean,
like,
yeah, it's I can't overlook the things that are attached to Brock Lesnar. So
can't.
I just don't get excited about anything to do with him anymore. So I don't know if I ever really got excited about anything Brock Lesnar related, to be honest. So it's not like, oh my God, this is a massive change in my mindset, but I don't know.
Problem is-
I think that we kind of knew that this was coming, so that's another reason why I was just like, I just don't care. You know, it's like, and we knew that Roman was probably going to get. I mean, we're going to talk about it, but like, I don't know. I was like, me, I just don't care.
We are going to talk about
I definitely will care if the babyface team wins because there's no reason for that.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the Raw general manager
Oh no.
is contacting me right now. The Nonsense Wrestling Federation Raw general manager, because that is live. And Sarah, your show's going on.
Oh,
your show's going on. You want to know your card that's about to go live as we talk about the real live shit?
Sure, but let me just say this to answer Nathaniel. I agree, Nathaniel. He told the Usos he didn't want to see them till Christmas. He is seeing them a month early. So, you know, what's up, Stu? And what's up, Richard? I wish Cena was in War Games. I don't care. I don't think that they were going to put him in the War Games match because of how injured he could end up. I think that's the main reason. So I never had that feeling, but I understand why you guys or other people would want to see him in that match. Okay, go ahead. I just wanted to address the comments really quick. So my Raw, my episode of Raw.
Your brand kicking off the show with Cena taking on Finn Balor. It says rivalry match. All right.
Sick.
I don't know what that entails, but all right. I'm into it. We'll update.
Stu. You're correct.
We'll
Stu.
update throughout the show.
Okay, I like
Braun
that.
Breaker taking on the Tribal Chief Solo Sikoa.
Ooh.
That's also a rivalry match. I don't know where that's going, but
Interesting.
we'll update throughout the show and also take notes
And
here.
thank you for calling him the Tribal Chief because he is. He is.
Well, thank 2K because I just read verbatim. It says Braun
Well, you know
Breaker
what?
versus
2K
Solo
knows.
Sikoa parentheses Tribal Chief because
you know what?
it is the Tribal Chief.
You know why? It's because it's my show. And they are like, you know what?
Yes.
If he's on Raw, if he's on Sarah's episode of Raw, he is the Tribal Chief. There's
they listen.
Nothing else,
in the Nonsense Galaxy. They listen, man. I sometimes too much. We got more rivalry. We have 4 or 3, back to back rivalry matches going on. This one is a singles contest.
Okay.
Between Matt Hardy and Tommaso Ciampa.
You know what? This show, this is why I run Raw. Okay, who doesn't want to see prime Matt Hardy versus Tommaso? You know what? Even maybe now, Tommaso Ciampa versus Matt Hardy. That's what
we're getting.
Sick.
Jeez. Oh my God. So, damn, you gotta like a really all right. And then after that, we don't. There's all right. I have we're getting there. There's. Okay. We're getting there. I also have a real beef with this card that I need to talk to the execs about. But anyways, to the 6th match, I think 4th match. I don't know. 4th match. Drew McIntyre taking on Randy Orton.
Hell
Just
yeah.
Normal. All right, and Sarah, what is the first name of our promotion?
Nonsense.
Well, that describes this match pretty well, as Eric Bischoff is going to take on Maxine Dupree. I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it. I'm not touching
that's hovering on the almost too much nonsense for me, but I'll allow it.
No, I'm leaving it. That's the best thing they've done right now.
I feel like that's as nonsensical as Raw will get.
Because all right, think of the storyline that could come from that. Or like the storyline that goes along with it.
Era.
Like
Maxine needs to defeat Eric Bischoff to keep her job.
Or keep her from joining the NWO.
Or something. Yeah. Something.
Yeah, like
silly
there's something there, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
After that, we got Sol Ruca and Becky Lynch facing off in a rivalry match.
Let's go.
And then to close the show, fucking Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins.
What?
You know what? I'm not helping you. That's
you know
your card.
What? That is it. That's
your
mad.
card. That's your card.
I feel like that show is very me.
It is very you.
I mean,
but
minus
Sarah,
Maxine
one
Eric.
Huge Well, Sarah, it's Nonsense Wrestling Federation.
Yeah, I know, but yeah.
There's one big flaw with that card, though.
Uh-oh. I'm
All
not on
right.
it.
Well, the bad gal's recovering.
Oh. Yeah, my match
And
is against
also,
Braun Breaker.
I have a feeling now that you mentioned it, there's the rivalry match tag under Solo Sikoa Braun Breaker match. I have a feeling you're gonna pop up. So if that happens, I will update.
No?
Yeah, he's defending your honor.
That's right.
But no, there's no tag team matches, Sarah.
Oh,
There's no
that's
multi-man matches.
That's okay.
But you know what? It's your show.
That's fine.
Cause I mean, spoiler, I was gonna say it for Thursday, but we're already talking nonsense. Senor Chevrolet lost
Hmm.
the Nonsense Wrestling Federation Championship. Do you know who he lost to?
No.
Think of the last person you mentioned to me.
Solo?
Can't remember.
Oh.
No. Bruno Sammartino.
I mentioned him to you?
That was the last before when we on the last show, the last Super show.
Oh.
I was like, who should he face? And you were like, I don't know, fucking Bruno Sammartino.
No, I said Brock Lesnar.
Oh, but Brock's not in the game.
Oh, yeah. So you chose Bruno. Okay.
Yeah. So Bruno was it.
I mean, that's fitting. He was champion for like 18 years.
Yeah, now I have to get it off him again.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, that's going to start up right about now. Twitch.tv/Nonsense Sports Network. Go check that out later on after you tune in to Sarah and I talking about what went on at Madison Square Garden last night. A lot of shit went down.
Yes.
Did you address the peeps?
No.
Seems like you did.
Not all of them.
All right, well, let's get to it then. Nathaniel, I was surprised as well. Also, I'm very happy that Maxine took home some gold. She wore her John Cena shirt last Monday to represent his final Raw.
Good choice.
I had that next to me. I was at his final Raw at the TD Garden, which was a lot of fun. What's up, Bernard? Good to see you. Stu's views on wrestling. What's up, Stu?
I know. What's up, Stu? Yes, I did say that. He said he's a new subscriber. So it's very nice to meet you, Stu.
Dude, good shit. What's BO7? I don't know what BO7 is.
I don't know.
Enlighten me. Fresh fly. Sarah, what's your favorite moment of John Cena in 2025 so far?
Okay. Well, I really liked the him like replicating the CM Punk promo on him when he was like
Pipe
through
bomb.
the table. I really liked that. Like, I didn't love the heel turn and everything, obviously. But I really did like that because I felt like he did a really good job. And it seemed like he was genuinely having fun that night. And then I would say I really liked his match with Cody. I really liked that match. I thought like when he used Cody's entrance when he came up and he had Cody on his back, like that was so sick.
That was incredible. That was sick.
But I've really liked the way that they've gone about with his entrance, like even since he came back, like leaving it black and white when he first comes out, and then when like the music drops, you do the color, and then like how
that was cool.
They maintained the personal introduction of him, and they've even changed it a bit since he became a good guy again. Like, I just really like seeing him happy. So that's like my favorite part, I would say.
Mine's got to be the heel turn. I know it's crazy. I know. But that was so shocking. And to feel those type of moments in this era of wrestling, we just don't get it as often. So
yeah. Sorry, I just read his comment. And then Fresh Fly's next one, it says, do you think WWE wasted time on Cena's tour by doing the heel turn? Yes, only because of what it ended up being. I think had they been able to go about it better, then it wouldn't have been a waste. But given, the way that The Rock kind of ducked out and I don't know, the way that they kind of like didn't let him go full blown bad guy, I think I mean they kind of did, but it was a little too late at that point. I think that feels like a waste. I mean, for me, like I had kind of said from the beginning that I didn't want him to be a heel anyway. I was like, if he's gonna go out, then it's like just let him do it. But I think that as I've said before, I don't think it would have mattered what he did on this retirement tour. People were gonna have something to complain about. Like if he had never turned heel, people would complain that he hadn't turned heel. If he was a baby face the whole time and doing everything that he's doing right now, they would have said that they hated it. You know what I mean? So it's like the heel turn, people hate it. It's like there's nothing he could have done. And what's up, Final Boss? Freshfly also says Sarah with the glasses reminds me of that Drake and Josh episode when Helen got eye surgery. Drake is having a party in her condo. It's a good one.
That was a funny episode. that. You
Yeah,
kind of do. I will give you that. You kind of.
I am glad that you guys are recognizing why. That I'm dressed like an NFL ref. What? Because a ref for the Chiefs trying to cheat for the Chiefs. What? But yes, I do appreciate that you guys are knowing I'm wearing them because of my eye surgery. I mean, I could go without them, but I don't want you to see my bloody eyeball. But anyway, because we're on the topic of John Cena, he did kick off Raw, his final episode of Raw ever, which I don't even want to say that out loud because I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it. There haven't been many wrestlers that I feel that I have been lucky to see them debut and retire. Like, and have a fully successful career. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you see people debut and they'll fizzle out, after a couple years or something. But I feel like I've not been a wrestling fan long enough to have seen somebody have such a career like John Cena to see from the beginning to the end, which is insane.
It is.
So
I am kind of with you on that boat. I think he's the first wrestler.
Yeah.
First big star.
Yeah, it's going to be our generation of the ones that we saw debut. It's just like, like when Randy retires, it's going to be like, like that's going to be a big one too, because it's like, oh yeah, I remember where I was when you were, when you debuted and like everything that he did at the beginning. Like that's going to be like another slap in the face of being like, oh shit, it's been a long time,
I just thought of this. Do you ever it's crazy is that John Cena is our first guy we watch grow up, but we watched him grow up in WWE, where we have guys like Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn is El Generico. I'm trying to think more indies guys, but Dean Ambrose, Jon Moxley, those guys where they left and you remember them for being something different. Look, Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Crazy.
Yeah. It's really crazy.
Leave there.
So we knew that Cena, it had been said that it was going to be Cena was going to have a match, which I told you. Remember I said I really hope in his final episodes of Raw, I want him to have matches. Remember I said that? And people were like, I don't know if he's going to have matches. And I was like, he's going to have matches because there's no way that he's not
you have to have matches in Boston, New York.
Yes.
It's not even because I'm the hometown guy. It really isn't. That Boston, New York, Chicago, the major cities, they have to fight or be in something major because they are a major city for a reason.
Yeah.
It's the time where business takes over creative when it comes to wrestling.
Yeah.
It just is what it is.
So we knew that was going to happen. And because he is a Grand Slam champion and he just won the Intercontinental title last week, Dom comes out and is like, hey, I want my title back. And John's like, all right, let's do it right now. And of course, in typical fashion, you knew Dom was going to be like, you want it right now, but I don't. So he proposes that they go to his backyard because Survivor Series is in San Diego. And Cena's like, all right, but I still want a match now. And that is when my brothers, my guys of Judgment Day finally come to Dom's defense, which I'm just like, where was this?
Yeah,
Where was
now that John Cena's here,
Yeah.
now we're making it convenient.
I know, which you know what? I'm like, whatever. For one night, I can handle it. But I did think it was semi interesting because Finn is having his tournament match against Penta on SmackDown. So I was like, oh, I guess he's
Now
probably gonna lose. Because like he's wrestling Cena right now. And so because, you know, Dom has Judgment Day come to the rescue, Cena needs people to come to his rescue, and it becomes
crazy.
a 3-on-3 tag match circa 2010. Like so 2010. Sheamus, Cena, and Ray versus the Judgment Day. Incredible. You knew Judgment Day were gonna lose, but I was like, I thought it was really cool for all of the people involved that they got to wrestle against or with Cena. And it was just like a feel good match, you know what I mean? Like I was fine with it. I was like, you know what? Sheamus is still in the tournament. Ray is not, but like, you know, it was just a fun match.
It was a house show match.
Yeah.
It was exactly what it was. It was old school wrestling.
Yeah.
It got the fans hyped, excited. They had the nice spot where they all did the 5-knuckle shuffle. Which did you notice something?
Chest thing too.
Oh yeah, and they did the 10 beats of the Baron or something. I forget the name of it. But yeah, they all did that. But did you notice something when they were doing the 5-knuckle shuffle spot?
Yeah, Sheamus was in the middle and he wanted to move Cena to the middle.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
It was a good spot.
Yeah.
I like that's Sheamus being a veteran.
Yeah.
And knowing the moment. Like
yeah.
The little things in wrestling.
Yeah. So I really liked that. You know, I was kind of okay with that not being like a one-on-one match. I just didn't really care what Cena did. I was just like, I just wanted to have matches, and I wanted to have a match with people that people wanted to see him against, and we got to see 3 for the price of 1.
Yeah, seriously.
But I did want to
ring with JD and Finn.
Dude, very excited.
I was just getting in the ring with John Cena.
I know, and the fact that he let them all hit their finishers on him too.
Oh, yeah.
Incredible.
Talk about that make it sell.
So good. But I did see, because Richard said that he was not looking forward to it, so I am personally fresh fly. I love Obama Femi. I'm sorry.
Obama
I know
Femi.
It auto corrected, but
wow.
Obama. What was your reaction to them doing another Cena Dom match, but at Survivor Series? Like, are you?
I like it because it made sense for the story.
Yeah.
You know, like Cena won it in his backyard.
Mm-hmm.
And now he faces Dom in his backyard. I have a feeling he's probably going to put Dom over.
You think?
In his backyard? Yeah.
So then the title doesn't become part of the tournament?
Exactly. There's no reason the title needs to be part of the tournament. And
yeah,
we did a heel turn for Cena in this retirement tour. Why not make him a Grand Slam champion, even if it is for just a blip on the radar?
And this kind of gives people what they want, because they wanted Dom to be his final opponent. And if he puts Dom over, it's kind of like, all right, well, there you go. That's what you wanted, right? Like,
exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be interesting. I think the dynamic is going to be fun because it's in San Diego. So it's going to be cool to be like, okay, is the crowd going to be behind Dom? Are they not? Is Cena willing to lose his final 2 matches? You know, because like I get that it's a title match, so it's like, okay, the stakes are a little bit higher than just like a random match on Raw. But I think a lot of people assumed that he was going to win all of his matches until his final match, and that he would lose the final. So I don't know. It would be interesting to see if he does, but I think that seems very Cena to me. You know, like if it's, okay, if I'm not going to be putting over Dom because he's not in the tournament, like, let me put him over now.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. We'll see. Final Boss wants to see him win clean with no help. It looks like Fresh Fly did too, I think. Let's see. Oh yeah, JD, that was pretty cool that he's the last one that Cena pinned on Raw. That is very cool. I don't know that Ray will turn on Dom. I don't see that happening. I feel like they still want to they still want to
No. That's
they still want to explore something
well.
With
They
that.
have
I
to
don't know.
fight for the AAA championship. They have to fight for that.
Yeah.
Some point, and that would be Ray's quasi-retirement.
Are you going to Survivor Series, Anthony? Because if you are, that is really cool. I was gonna try to go like months ago when I found out that it was in San Diego, but I just couldn't get it to work out.
Yeah.
Fresh Fly started watching Cena in 2007, but he got to see him until 2025. That is still a very long time. I literally saw him debut. So yeah. So it's been
2006.
23 years for me. Yeah,
You know what's crazy?
I still remember. Yes.
I watched John Cena lose the WWE Championship to Edge.
Yeah.
At SummerSlam.
Uh-huh.
And then since that moment, every time I saw John Cena fight at the Garden was for a championship, and he won.
Oh, that's crazy.
Even Money in the Bank, I watched him win Money in the Bank. And
I would have to go through
crazy.
the shows that I went to see if he won or lost a title, because I don't remember. Like the two titles that I remember seeing happen at shows I've been at is, other than Cody winning at Mania 40, I'm not counting that, was Cody winning the Intercontinental title for the first time on an episode of SmackDown against Ezekiel Jackson. So that's a big moment for him, to me. And Daniel Bryan winning the title, and then Triple H turning on him to allow Randy to cash in. Like, those are ones that I remember being there for. But I don't know about no, I was there for the Summer of Punk, so I guess I watched Cena lose a fucking title. You know what? Whatever. Anyway, Nikki Bella, after she turned on Stephanie Bacquer last week, which we all saw coming from a mile away. Stephanie was going to go into the middle of the ring to talk about her feelings on the matter, and I called it. I wish that people were here, or I was on stream sometimes when people could see the things that we call, because I was like, Stephanie's on her way out. I was like, nope, Nikki's gonna sneak out and get your ass, and she did. And I thought that was the best move possible, honestly, because I'm like, I get they do the babyface thing where they have to go out there and be like, oh, I don't know what happened. I thought we were friends. And I'm like, I don't want to hear that shit again. I'm like, if Nikki's going to be a heel, let this bitch be a heel. Okay. Yeah, attack her ass again and be like, we don't want to listen to you. Okay. I'm coming after your title. That's the end of the story. And that's what happened. I don't necessarily love how they've gone about this heel turn with Nikki. Simply because, one of the things that she was involved in since she's been on TV over the last couple of months is protecting people who are being bullied, and then all of a sudden she's okay with being a bully.
No, I am the bully.
Yeah. And then
I am the bully.
SRS mentioned this and it blew up. And then of course, Bella fans were like, oh my God, you're bullying her. But he mentioned how she's lost 2 or 3 singles matches, and now all of a sudden she's getting a title shot. That's the kind of stuff.
Logic.
I know, but it's one of those things that it's hard to still get behind. It's not because of who she is; it's just in general. It's just one of those things where you're like, okay, this doesn't really make sense. But obviously Nikki doesn't have a ton of time left in wrestling.
Yeah.
So they're going to push her into this position. Maybe sooner than some of us were expecting, but she had to be a heel to go against Stephanie because you have to. It was the only thing.
Everyone loves Stephanie Bacquer. I love Stephanie Bacquer, and it makes sense for the run that Nikki Bella is on. She's the vet that wants a chance at a championship she never got to compete for.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Well, and I think this is putting her in a big match on a big PLE. I don't think that this needs to become anything significant. It can be kind of like what happened with her and Becky, where she went for the IC title and then That was that. I'm not saying that that's what has to happen with Stephanie, but like I'm not overly invested in this feud progressing for like a long time. Like I don't know that many people are.
No.
But I do think that the questioning of Nikki turning heel is weird because I feel like when you look back on Nikki's career, her most successful runs were when she was a heel. So why wouldn't she have turned?
It makes total sense.
Yeah, that's what I think. Nathaniel says, imagine if Brie Bella returns for Stephanie versus Nikki. That would be crazy.
There's a lot of talk though that even Brie said it, that she thinks that Bryan Danielson being part of AEW.
I think she's just
hinders
being
that.
annoying. I don't think that
Okay.
has anything to do with it.
Might have something.
But I mean, they had plenty of other people that were in WWE that had significant others in other promotions, and that was never an issue. So I think she just wants to be a victim, personally. Moving on to the John Cena retirement tour tournament, whatever, continued
This
on
was
Raw.
awesome.
We got the first match, which was my tribal chief, and he should be your tribal chief, Solo Sikoa, versus a mystery opponent. And last week, we saw that the mystery opponent was Zack Ryder, which was shocking. This week, it was Dolph Ziggler. And he got the biggest pop that I think that he has gotten maybe since he like cashed in and won the world heavyweight title. I mean, it definitely did not compare, but like people all of a sudden,
it was a massive pop.
Yeah, people cared. They were like, "Oh, you've been gone for 2 years. I care now." And it was a fine match. People were definitely hating on Solo. I don't get it. Dolph is killer. Like he's just so good. He's just such a good seller. Like he's insane. But it just reminded me, I'm like, I want to tell everybody, I'm like, dude's in TNA. Like, if you really like Ziggler, like, go watch TNA. Like, he's Nick Nemeth.
He's so good.
You know, like, if you miss him so much and you want to see him, then go watch TNA.
Yeah. WWE's basically promoting it.
Yeah.
Already.
What do you think about that, though? Like, about them having Zack Ryder return and then Dolph Ziggler return, but they're literally actively in another company under a different
it's
name.
awesome. No, I love it because they are returning for the John Cena retirement tour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember he called them out in that table spot promo.
Yeah, so like that's why they're doing it, and I love it. It's such a nice tip of the cap to them.
Yeah.
And it adds a little bit of mystique now to them appearing on WWE television as their current characters.
Well, because they were in NXT not that long ago as Nick Nemeth and as Matt
Cardona fought. Yeah, Matt Cardona fought Josh Briggs.
Yeah,
in NXT.
So it's just like it's such a wrestling warped thing that like only a wrestling fan is like, yeah, okay, it makes sense. It's cool. I don't care, you know. But then we also found out, I mean, I think this was obvious, but Tony Khan did confirm today while speaking to a wonderful journalist, which I find funny that he was even there, Ariel Helwani, that WWE did not contact AEW to use Jericho, I think, or Edge or Edge, yeah. So, because now all of the opponents for the tournament have been announced, so obviously we are not getting anybody else, like Edge. No other mystery person, which I think is fine. I think the ones that they had that were surprises were fun. Like I think it's fine.
Yeah, and it is. You're not gonna have, you're not gonna have Mr. Iguana in this match. You're not gonna have. I'm trying to think of another TNA name, like Steve Macklin in this tournament. Or it's going to be John Cena's opponents that he has faced or has some sort of history with.
Yeah, well, most of them anyway.
Oh yeah, Penta doesn't.
Well, yeah, because he didn't have anything with Penta or Finn really, or Jey Uso.
Finn, they shared a locker room.
Yeah.
Jey Uso eliminated him from the Rumble. Jey Uso is the reason in kayfabe. Jey Uso is the reason that
Jey Uso beat The Miz, though. Like, what the fuck was that? The Miz and John Cena have such a rivaled history. Like, come on.
I
like,
know, but in current WWE,
no, shut up. Stop it right now.
it
Don't
would
defend
make
it.
sense for Jey
Um,
Uso.
So because the women were are trying to establish the War Games teams, we saw a little bit of tension last week when Alexa was trying to kind of like join forces with Team Rio, as they are now
I
calling
love
them.
Rio.
But Charlotte is like, you know what? Nah, I think you're a bitch and I don't like you. And Alexa was like, girl, what? And so she comes out on Raw and is like, yeah, I was trying to contact Charlotte because I don't know what the hell she was on SmackDown, but she didn't want to respond to me. And then we see Alexa just get her ass beat. And then take Charlotte a little too long to come out. Team Rio comes out as well. With the Kabuki Warriors out there as well, and Naya and Lash Legend, the Queen, and we're still not sure if Miss Charlotte is going to be on the War Games team. In fact, we saw a moment backstage with AJ Lee where Rhea was like, hey, do you have a minute? And AJ was like, oh, of course, Queen. And it was like, oh, is she
Charlotte
gonna be?
did defend at the end. Did you see that? Charlotte picked up or came out to defend Alexa.
Yes, but then we saw they were still squared off. Remember, you got that moment of Charlotte laughing at Io because she was like, oh, you're hugging Alexa? Well, I'm gonna hug Rhea.
I'm gonna hug my queen.
Yeah. So we could see maybe AJ is the fifth person, but I'm assuming we're gonna get Charlotte. Charlotte will come around because Charlotte's gonna be like, you know what? We got a common enemy. So what do you think of the women's War Games match? Like, are you intrigued? Are you happy with how it turned out? Because we kind of talked about how it felt. I mean, early on, it was feeling kind of random. Like, I still feel like it's a little bit random, but I mean, what do we think now?
It is random because War Games feels like it is the WWE's All-Star game to me, with on both sides, honestly. And with the women's side, there's just more of a story there. It feels like there's more drama that's going on with the 10 women that's interlocking, connected, where the men's side of things, it just feels very straightforward, and it's like, okay, like it is what it is. I'm more excited for the women's match.
Do you think that they're trying to, like, because we're going to talk about the men's in a second, and that obviously the men's War Games match is like overloaded with superstars.
Oh my god. That's why I say the All-Star game.
Yeah. Do you think that they were kind of trying to match that energy with the women? Because I do think Nathaniel makes somewhat of a good point where he said that he kind of wanted to see Bayley and Lyra join the good guy team, which I think that would have almost made more sense than like Alexa and Charlotte. I mean, granted, obviously Alexa and Charlotte did lose their tag titles to the Kabuki Warriors, but I think that was their way of kind of like making them make sense for the War Games match. But I do think that like Lyra and Bayley could have been like an interesting addition.
I don't think I see his thing with Bayley is Bayley would have been, but it doesn't make sense story-wise for her to be on there with the like
even against Kabuki Warriors.
No, I think that because you're gonna have to leave Lyra out if you're gonna add AJ Lee.
Oh. No, they wouldn't have to if they didn't have Charlotte and Alexa. Because they could just take Charlotte and Alexa's spot. And AJ would be 5.
All right, so now my brain's turning. I have a feeling if you're gonna do that, then there has to be some sort of takeout backstage or something, and they're like, Becky or Bayley, Lyra, we need you.
Oh no, I was just saying, do you think that would have been made more sense initially, like, or do you think that they were just trying to match the superstardom that they have with the men by putting in Alexa and Charlotte? because it
I think
kind of
they're
feels like
trying
that.
to. It feels like they were trying to match the star power. It really does
Yeah.
feel like that with the like as I said, the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Like,
And I think that, I mean, in a way, like, even if it's kind of annoying, it feels like they had to do that because otherwise it just feels like they definitely put more effort into the men. Because,
oh
like,
yeah,
I mean, you have almost every top guy possible in that match now.
every main event star I think is in that match.
Yeah, literally. And that's like not exaggerating. We'll get to that in just a minute, but we have a couple other things to talk about first, which
This
is
was awesome. This match was
Maxine
so good.
Dupree was against Becky Lynch for the third time for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. And I think everybody in their mama knew Maxine was going to win this match in one way or another, because otherwise, what was the point of having 3 title matches and she just keeps losing? There was absolutely no point. Of course, she did end up winning, but it wasn't because she didn't have any help necessarily. Although nothing really got physical. AJ Lee did make her return for her first return since WrestlePalooza, and her entrance was enough of a distraction. Maxine was able to land the crossbody and get a pin on Becky. And so now Maxine is the current women's IC champion, and it feels like it was just definitely feel good moment. I think that people were. I mean, I think most people, if you're just like a normal, decent human being, you were happy for Maxine because she's definitely put in the work. My only gripe, of course, is that I don't think that Becky was getting enough credit for what she did for the women's IC championship and how many women that she was working with and putting over. Like, the reason Maxine was even in a position to win the IC title is because of her work with Becky. And so I feel like people were way too quick to celebrate Becky no longer being the champion anymore. But regardless, good for Maxine, even if it is just a 2-week run or whatever it is, we don't know. It was a cool moment for her, especially at Madison Square Garden. It wasn't just, some random place in like Alabama. It was on the big stage.
Oh, it's the biggest stage of all.
Yeah.
Other
than Mania.
Now, do you think that Maxine should be able to defend this on NXT? Or other brands? Like, be a fighting champ? I don't know.
No, okay, no, I don't. I would say no. Only because they have the U.S. title on SmackDown, and then they have like the North American title
that's right,
in
that's right.
NXT. But yeah, I mean, I think that there are other girls that she can go after. I don't think that this thing with Becky is done.
I just don't know
yet.
who else is on the Raw that would be a good.
I don't know, Natty or.
Speaking of her,
I don't know. I would have to go through it. But
see, Natty, like, if you're gonna do Natty, you're gonna have to really go Natty Neihart, because Natty Neihart is definitely a heel. And she would chew up.
Raquel, Fresh Fly says Raquel. Not a bad idea.
Raquel would be a good
Raquel
one.
would be cool. Even Roxanne for the time being, something.
Roxanne is world.
She's crazy good.
She's world bound.
Also, Fresh Fly, I 100% agree with you. Becky is the greatest horsewoman. So I will not at you. But yeah, so this was cool for her. I am curious to see where it goes from here because AJ Lee is now in the midst of it. So I'm curious to see like how she kind of works into it. Like if now, like clearly, I mean, Becky has already made it clear that she is not giving up on the title because she's already threatening to sue the company and saying that they broke the law and whatever. So I don't think that's done. I just am curious to see like, I mean, it seems like they might be trying to shift AJ's focus to War Games if she's going to be there, but obviously Becky's not. So like, I'm just curious to be like, is she going to go strictly after AJ, or are we still going to be?
Becky could still be in War Games. I feel like we're still going to see Becky in War Games.
I mean, yeah, but I just don't know if they'll be in a match because the War Games matches are like at least an hour each.
No, I'm saying Becky will be in the War Games match.
Oh, you think so? They're gonna.
Oh,
did they not have a fifth person?
Who they have?
But Becky's not in it.
No. Yeah, okay. So, all right. So we're on the same page. No, I'm saying that she'll be in the War Games match because Rhea is talking to AJ Lee. AJ Lee is going to announce that she's helping her friend or Rhea Ripley and her in the team, and then Becky will be so pissed off and need to let out the rage that she's going to join the other team.
Oh, got it. Yeah, I guess we'll
I'm
see.
just following the story.
Yeah. Anyway,
What?
Gunther, his
Looked pretty
return.
damn good. He looked pretty damn good last night. I'm not gonna lie. That was one of my favorite matches I've watched Gunther in a long time. And
I have
his
to
dance
say,
partner was equally as incredible.
oh yeah. But I also have to say that I was feeling
I gotta pop my dick, man.
when I heard that theme, when I heard the Walter chants, I'm not gonna lie, I was getting a little emotional. Oh my god. When I heard the music change, I was like,
So Def Rebel out is what
yeah,
we're saying.
completely fucking out. And you know what? I don't think his other theme was bad. I don't know. There's just something about like the vibe of just like a classical music. I mean, hello, we get it with Ilya Dragunov, right? Hello, Daniel Bryan in WWE. Like, there's just something about that there's just like it gives you like instant aura. So it's like what I thought was interesting in this, right? Because we knew that Gunther was returning. They had already advertised that he was going to be in the tournament and that he was going to be in this match against Javon Evans. So it wasn't a surprise, right? So what I did think was surprising was the reaction, though. They cheered for him.
Oh, he got a lot of cheers
when his music hit. Walter chants, which I get, but guys, let's change it to Gunther. Like, you could very easily change it. Come on, because they're not changing him back to Walter, although his name is really Walter. I don't know, that just kind of surprised me, but I kind of like that they changed his music too, because I feel like that might be a way to get people to chant for him too. You know, because people are like, he gets no reaction. Did you didn't hear? You didn't hear the reaction he got last night? Like,
it was a shocking. It was, you could hear the chants go from, or the crowd go from wanting to boo and then hearing the OG Walter theme and a shock like, oh yeah, we like this guy now.
All of
a sudden,
awesome. People loved him. Like, and it's not even just it. I mean, obviously, it means something to hear that with the live crowd, but I don't know if you've looked online, the tweets, the reaction from streamers from his music change, like everybody was like freaking out and being like, oh my god, and they were all like,
subtle.
Walter's music is back, and they were like, rest in peace Javon, like you're getting fucked up. like I thought you were gonna lose already, but Walter's back. Like, I was just surprised, because I'm like, where were you guys 3 months ago before he left for 3 months? You know, like, y'all didn't give a damn, but now you do. Because of a music change.
It's crazy, the littlest things that set off wrestling fans.
I know. But yeah, this was a great match. 2 commercial break match also.
Yeah, it just got time, as it should have.
I didn't love that.
Is incredible.
I've got to complain about that. The match was great, but I wanted to see more of just like domination from Gunther. I just wanted him to lay that ass out. Okay. And I knew it wasn't going to happen, but I just wanted to see a little bit more domination from him. But obviously, given how different they are stylistically, it makes a little sense why Javon was kind of like getting an edge over him, because he bouncy. So like,
that boy bouncy.
You know, but yeah, I'm going to play this one more time
just
for Fresh Fly.
I got to pop my dick, man.
Because he believes it's AI. No, that was live on NXT. But yeah, Final Boss says, should they give him his Walter name back? I don't think they will.
No, he's going. Let's not. Let's. It was
I
fun. We switched for Dolph and Zack Ryder. That makes sense. It's good. But like, no, if we're changing for Walter, like, no, pick one.
I
And
really feel
Gunther
like
just
people would
sounds
get
more
more on
dominating.
him if they changed it to Walter, but I don't know how they just like go by that. I mean, like obviously we know that there is a way to do it. I mean, look at how they did it with LA Knight. He was just like, I'm not Max Dupree. You know what I mean? Like it was just like in the middle of an episode of SmackDown, and he was like, that's not me. I'm LA Knight. You know, like they can do that. I just don't know how they do it with Gunther, unless he's just like, fuck sports entertainment. I'm Walter. You know, like
Exactly.
sick.
I'm a
Why
professional
did they even
wrestler.
change it? Walter is such like a
Vince.
generic. I know, but I'm saying it's like it's such a generic name, but like it's sick at the same time. I kind of love it.
It is sick.
But they also would have to change everything. You know, it's like merch and shit. And then you're wearing a Gunther shirt and his name's Walter. You know what I mean? I don't know. But anyway, we kind of already got to this.
Bischoff.
Huh?
Maxine Dupree pinned Eric Bischoff.
Did she win?
She pinned him. She won.
Oh, well, pinning doesn't mean winning.
1, 2, 3.
You are right. Final boss. Yes, it was Vince because Vince is a dumb. Like I don't understand. Walter was so fine. It was fine. And you know what? Maybe he likes being Gunther because sometimes I feel like they like to not have their real name as their wrestling name. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, for legal purposes.
I know that he's talked about it before and said it was definitely like a hard transition to go from being Walter to being Gunther, but I don't know. I wouldn't be against them changing it. I'm just not sure how they would do it. I think that's the thing. I mean, they kind of changed his name sporadically. So like they changed it from Walter to Gunther just like randomly. So nothing's out of the realm of possibilities. But anyway, we did talk about this a little bit. Paul Heyman hinted at a big shock coming to be the 5th member of the War Games team, because we know it is the Bronsons and Logan Paul, who they then got Drew McIntyre last week, which apparently Drew just loves to be a random member of War Games teams. Like that's his thing.
Drew loves War Games.
Yeah, but like he doesn't give a fuck what team he's on. He's like, you know what? You got an open spot. It's mine. It's mine. But they needed a 5th member, and they decided to get Brock Lesnar, which I think people have been predicting for a few months at this point. So Lesnar returned last night on Raw to join that team. But then we also saw, as I said, the 18th return of the year for Roman Reigns to join the team babyface, Team CM Punk. So now the War Games teams are finalized, star-studded, as we have said all hour long. I guess, you know, we've kind of already talked about this. You're very excited about it. I'm not particularly excited. I would say I saw a couple people mention it in the chat. I think I think it was Final Boss might have even came up with a scenario to make it happen. How do you feel about them not putting LA Knight in this match? Because if you really look at a team good guy versus a team vision, it would make sense for LA Knight to be on team good guy because he's been beefing with the vision. So how do you feel about them seemingly choosing, like, I don't know,
They
I
chose
guess like
Jimmy over him.
Yeah, basically. Or Roman.
Really.
You could even say Roman because they don't necessarily.
You could say Roman. They don't. No, yeah.
They didn't need Roman just because he had Lesnar. Like, I get it. Like, Lesnar's a big dude, but like.
I wouldn't say that's why. It's more like maybe, but like anyway, like I believe that LA Knight absolutely should have been in this match. He's been feuding with the Vision the longest out of anyone.
You know who he could have replaced? Cody. Cody's really fucking random.
Oh yeah, Cody's random.
Yeah, so we could say Cody or Jimmy. He should have replaced Cody or Jimmy.
Cody or Jimmy. But yeah, so like because of that, it just makes no so we're leaving him off the card again. It sucks. And
yeah,
I just don't get what they're doing with him now. I'm letting it play out. I'm happy.
That's fine. That's the thing. If that's what they're doing,
something fishy's going on.
LA Knight did not see the bottom of the sign. I think that he saw the top of it being like, we want LA Knight. And he was like, oh, yeah. Like, I don't think that he was trying to make a targeted attack on Jey Uso. I genuinely don't believe that. And if this is what they're doing in response to that, Triple H, call yourself Vince McMahon. That is such a Vince bullshit thing to do. That's just like not that serious, especially when you're Triple H. Do you not remember the shit you used to do as when you were in DX and the stuff you used to pull? And you're going to get on LA Knight's ass because he held up a sign and probably didn't see at the bottom that the guy scribbled in, not Jey Uso. Like, if that's what it is, it's like so stupid to me. And it's like not fair, Do you think there's a way for them to still make it happen? Because I think it was Final Boss that said, what if somehow Jimmy gets taken out? What if LA Knight
That's what I was
out?
thinking. Like,
because I think it's gonna be Jimmy, not Cody.
I don't know. Oh no, you need Cody in the match. I don't.
Unless Drew took out Cody. I don't know. That would make sense.
Yeah, imagine. Yeah, that could happen.
But it feels like if they're gonna replace somebody, it feels like I mean this as respectfully as possible because I love Jimmy, but it feels like LA Knight replacing Jimmy is more of an upgrade than him replacing Cody. You know what I mean? Like, I think people would view that as like a downgrade just because like, oh, it's the WWE champion. And then you're replacing him with LA Knight. Like, I don't think that people necessarily view him as an equal. You know what I mean? It feels like he could easily like be an upgrade over Jimmy.
No, he absolutely would be.
And it could happen because Jimmy and Jay have not necessarily been on the same page. Jimmy and Roman have not been on the same page. So there is a way to make it look like, okay, Jimmy could even be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm out. Like he could be like, I'm not doing this. Like, whether maybe Jay starts to revert to that like Roman-esque side of him that we were seeing when Roman was around for a couple weeks. Maybe Jimmy's like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm not gonna be a part of you, becoming this dude again. Or maybe he gets taken out or something. I don't know, but I feel like one way to get people maybe a little bit more invested in it beyond just seeing the names involved would be to put LA Knight in there.
They definitely get the wrestling fan more interested, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, because to me, I don't know, like, I'm not saying that this is going to be a bad match or like jam packing it with superstars is like a bad idea, but like knowing that ESPN was not happy with WrestlePalooza, this honestly feels like such a huge effort by WWE to be like, okay, if we just like pack it full with our top guys, like, you can't complain about the product. Like, the show is going to be good because look, all of our top guys are on it. And it's like, that's not how it's going to work. You know what I mean? And because like, I don't think that they needed to have all of these dudes involved in the men's War Games match. Like, it didn't need to happen. I mean, we're having both champions in the match. Like, you very easily could have had singles matches for the titles, but you're choosing not to. And so, like, I feel like if they really want to make it seem like they're catering to the fans, putting LA Knight in there is catering to the fans. And, like, again, no disrespect, but no one is going to give a flying fuck if Jimmy's not in it.
No one's really going to care.
But people are noticing that something's going on with LA Knight, and they're not cool with it. So,
yeah, I definitely see something there. Something's going on. Something fishy is happening.
Yeah, and they're not addressing it.
Knight.
So, I mean, he's like not on Raw, he's not doing anything on SmackDown. It's like, I don't know. That's interesting. Jackson says if Jimmy is taken out, it will be because of Jay. Interesting. You know what? That could be a directive from Roman. Not necessarily like, Jay, take out your brother, but be like, your brother is such a distraction. He doesn't support you.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Maybe.
I could see it because Jimmy kind of felt random anyway. And Jay came out to his fucking music last night.
I was thinking that too. I was like,
it's
really?
It's so awkward. It's like, it's not just you. It's not just you.
It's not just you anymore, man.
I know.
You got backup.
I know that it's not that big of a deal and like no one cares, but I do.
No, it's the little things, man.
Yeah, because he got that music because he was on his own. But when you're together, that's not what you use. Come on, Jay, be respectful. Is LA Knight being punished because of the Uso sign? That's what we were just talking about. That's the rumor. But like I said, I honestly don't think that he saw what was at the bottom. Like I don't even know if the dude like made that sign for it to say that, because it did not fit with the rest. In my opinion, it kind of looked like he might have been like, oh, let me just add that. I think that like LA Knight was walking down the ramp. He saw a sign that said, "We want LA Knight." And so he just grabbed it. Like he just quickly saw it and was like, yeah, this. Like, I honestly don't think he saw what it said at the bottom. So it was not meant to be a shot at Jey Uso. I don't think that. I don't
Maybe
think that
not.
he would willingly like risk his job to pin himself against a Samoan family member on live TV. That's a death
Yeah.
sentence. Like I genuinely don't think. That's why I'm saying like Triple H did far worse shit when he was an active wrestler in his prime, and if he's punishing him for that, it's like so hypocritical.
Very.
Jackson says that the heels win. Jay is the one who should be pinned. 1,000%. Do you think the baby face team should win? No.
No.
Men's heels team. I would almost argue both heel teams should win, but I don't think that'll happen. I think the men's. I mean, I haven't really dove into like the women's, but I do think that there's like, how can you say, first of all, just in general, right? Like, how can you look at the size and the magnitude of who is on the heel men's team and say that that team can be beaten? Like,
no, that's a dominant force.
yeah. But also just like who could benefit from the story more? The heel team.
The heels. There's more to do. There's more
yeah.
to go off of.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. The women's, I would have to like actually sit back and like really look it over. It doesn't feel like the impact of a win or a loss is going to be as big of a deal to either side as it would be for the men. So yeah, I mean, obviously we know if the heel team wins, we know that Cody and Punk will not be pinned. Roman will not be pinned. So it's going to be one of the Usos for sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was Raw.
That was Raw. And NXT's on right now. We'll be back on Thursday to talk all things wrestling. Spoiler alert, might be shipping back up to Lowell for some Elite Wrestling tomorrow night. Tune in on Thursday to find out if I end up going. And then follow us on all social media platforms. Hit that subscribe button and bell notification to know every time we go live. And then follow us on all social media platforms at Patty Pitts and at SMarshXO. Thank you all for tuning in. God bless. Remember that you could do it. All you can do is try. See you on Thursday.